I am here with another fantastic runner of this ROM hack.
Hello, I'm Esoterix. I also run this ROM hack.
Yep, but I also have another very special guest, in fact, the creator of this ROM hack.
What's going on, everybody? It's your girl Twilight, back at it again with another Super Monkey Ball speedrun charity marathon commentary.
Let's go. Always love having you. There are some quirks about story mode that I can should probably get into during the run. Trying to think real quick.
I'm very excited to hear more about it. Like I said earlier, when we were all just chatting, I actually haven't seen a run of this hack in a while, so I have no idea what kind of crazy new stuff there is.
Sweet, that's actually really good to hear. So these reactions will be very genuine. Yeah, obviously this is not challenge mode, this is story modes that are going to be 100 levels. I don't have to do them in any particular order, but I will because it's fast. I get to enter a nice little file name here, and I will power up with pride. Yeah, I can't think of anything else I need to say.
Can you change it to Pepsi, actually? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, sure.
Don't do that.
Okay. Let me fix this. Okay, Esoterix, you are really good at countdowns, so I will let you...
We are on in 5, 4, 3, 2, ready, go!
Alright, so the first thing you're going to see me do now is enter this level and actually not boost, retry. I already messed up, I need to retry. Nah, it skips that little intro animation, and you're going to see me stage select as well, right as I'm done with the level, or floor select, this game calls it. And that skips some replays and stuff, lets me go back to the stage selection screen a bit earlier. You may also see me switch the camera perspective a little bit. Something that this ROM hack does that I think more ROM hacks should do is it lets me toggle between the Monkey Ball 2 and the Monkey Ball 1 camera. They're actually a little bit different. The Monkey Ball 1 camera is at a lower angle and turns more quickly. And I, as a primarily Monkey Ball 1 speedrunner, really, really like that.
So as far as applying those two differences to the run, the Monkey Ball 1 camera, because of its sensitivity, is really good for very precise adjustments, whereas the Monkey Ball 2 camera, its main benefit is that its ability to see where you're falling, because it tilts up further to look at you from above, makes it easier to use on a lot of stages that involve falling from high places.
Exactly.
Dang. I don't even have to say anything about this. Y'all already perfectly understand the design philosophy behind including that.
It's very relevant. Okay. I will be doing a load manip also. Toward the end of this world, there's going to be, when I'm on the last, should explain this starting from here, when I'm on the last level in a world, the game will start to load a cutscene. If I don't give that cutscene enough time to load, I'll have to sit through another loading screen, and we don't like those. I'm a speedrunner. Don't want to sit through those. So we do some specific menuing to put a longer stage to be the last one we play. So I'm actually going to hold down here and just mash A, and instead of playing stage 9, I will go to stage 10, play that first, and that puts the longer stage 9 at the end.
This is a strategy that saves a lot of time in the vanilla game, because the amount of time that it takes to load the cutscenes is longer. But even in a ROM hack like this,
Exactly.
even in a ROM hack like this, though, depending on the loading method that you use, it still can be faster to use the same strategy.
Exactly. So, yeah, we've got some really neat, unique stages here, and they all look very good, too. I've definitely had some people come into my chat and ask me, like, what Monkey Ball I'm playing, because they think these levels are official, and that is really cool.
Which is mind-blowing to me, because, like, considering how long ago I made this, and, like, the stuff that I can create now, all of this looks really amateurish to me, especially compared to the incredible quality of the original backgrounds. But I guess it's good enough to trick people.
Well, when you're playing, you're not looking at the backgrounds anyway.
True. You're pretty good at what you do, Twilight. probably more stuff I was gonna say.
Regardless, you're making these backgrounds in a video game from 2001 that you decided wasn't working the way you wanted it to, so you're just like, all right, well.
I remember what I wanted to say.
Okay.
Okay, I already started. Oh no. So, if I stage select too quickly after entering the goal, I will actually have to play the level again because it won't be marked as complete yet. That's called a first frame. It's a little bit of a misnomer. It's actually the first 1 or 2 frames after I break the goal tag. So, my menuing has to be optimal, but not too optimal. Sorry, Twilight, you're going to speak.
I was just gonna say, if we had the same modding tools today, 2 years ago for this game, I would have done so much more cool stuff with these backgrounds. Like, now people can do really easily animated background objects that like scale and everything. They can animate in fog and texture scrolling, and you know, they understand all the flags better to do these crazy material effects. And you can see that in the new hacks that are coming out, like Monkey Ball Gaiden and the one that Trixie is working on, I think is their name. And like the backgrounds are gorgeous. They really do look like backgrounds for a new Monkey Ball game.
They really do look incredible. Yeah, I will second that.
And how long have people been modding this game? It's only been like a few years at this point.
It's been a few years, yeah.
We've come so far.
Monkey Ball was kind of like the introduction of the new wave of tools that made it really accessible. Because before Monkey Ball, all we had was the Monkey Ball Workshop, which was, don't get me wrong, an excellent tool to just exist at all. It let you create all the files you needed to put a custom level in the game, but it was not the most user-friendly or intuitive thing.
Fair. Yeah, it's really cool how far the hacking community has gone.
For sure. And it's like, for those who don't know, I'm working on a game called Rolled Out, and like the primary reason I wanted to make that game is because Monkey Ball hacking was too limited for my tastes. But it turns out that ever since I kind of left the Monkey Ball hacking scene, people have gone totally crazy with all the awesome stuff that you can do.
Ooh, okay, I tried to cycle that. I'm gonna try that again. I needed to switch to SMB2 camera specifically for this strat. There it is. If you manip the party ball to move to the side, you can squeeze in the other side. It's really cool.
I believe someone mentioned on the previous run, you tilt gravity in this game, and that's also manifest in the way the party ball tilts as you move the stage around. So you can swing it side to side and make it easier to get in on one side or the other.
Exactly. Oh, I'm almost going to fail peel. Okay, but then I'm going to load manip here. Same story as the last one.
I swear, when you go straight forward on peel, you have a much greater chance of just rolling over it without getting a clip than if you go any other direction. It's very strange.
Really? That's like never happened to me.
And it happens to me all the time. I don't know why.
Collision hates you.
Maybe it does.
Collision is so bizarre in Super Monkey Ball.
It really is. We mentioned it during the last run. It's weird. I'm already through World 3. Here, flying through this. I actually PB'd in this during my practice run by like 40 seconds. I got a 28:49. That's definitely not frictionless IO.
Nice try.
Yeah.
Frictionless IL is really tricky to do consistently, but since it doesn't lose any time to go for it.
You might as well go for it every time.
Exactly. Okay, we're gonna bounce once and try to land straight in the goal like that on trampoline run. I switched to Monkey Ball 2 camera there just so I could see myself falling a little bit more easily.
It's the beautiful thing about just having a toggle.
Yep, it's just a Z button too. It's really easy to even do while I'm playing.
If you don't know exactly what you're looking for, you might not even notice it, but the couple times where it happens, you'll look for the camera just suddenly jolting upwards or downwards.
You rolled up so smoothly.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not in the correct camera for this strat. Will it still work even though I switched to it partway through? Yeah, good enough.
Probably.
Good enough to do.
That is a setup Helix found relatively recently.
Yeah, only a couple weeks ago.
Did you even switch?
I did. Switched at the very, very beginning of the stage.
Okay.
I'm not as talkative here, I need to pay a little bit more attention. I am a tad less familiar with this run than Ultimate, just because I picked it up more recently.
Gotta focus.
Speaking of Deluxe Ultimate, that level is a version of one of those Deluxe Ultimate levels. There's a few in this pack that are very directly inspired by existing Monkey Ball level.
Yes, a lot of them can be found in World 9.
Yes. Very fun world.
Including one of my least favorites, Footworms. Ooh,
Well, we'll get to Footworms.
this is a weird synced. Okay.
I don't understand what you mean least favorite.
Well, one of them has to be it.
It has to exist.
You mean it's not a 100-way tie for best?
Out of World 4.
Definitely one thing that I kind of still regret looking back at this hack is, for one, some of the difficulty progression. I feel like there are definitely stages way too easy, way too late, and also among the hardest stages in the pack, there are more than a handful of just very lazy designs where I was just eager to get the hack out and released and didn't really care much for what I had to put in to do it.
That's funny because it's still regarded as like one of the best hacks.
Well, I imagine this is because of the consistent level of quality in theming. Like,
Yeah.
you can get away with a lot
Ooh.
if the hack just looks fine. And then on the contrary, you can have a really good level, and then if it looks like crap because of the texturing and the geometry, people will still criticize it. Which is, you know, I feel like that bias is kind of just inherent in people's brains.
Yeah, like you see it in
falling
general.
for.
You see it in general video games just a lot, for better or for worse. I'm going to live and appear after 5-7, not this one, but the next one. And this one I will hold right for the specific menu. Wow, a different direction.
You know what's funny is the color scheme for this level was not originally designed with like the trans pride flag colors in mind, but in retrospect I'm like, oh, you know I'm cool with this. Like this,
Oh yeah, no,
this rules.
I'm really happy about it too.
Just like in retrospect, I'm like, I'm actually really glad I chose this color palette.
The original World 5 was like almost there, but you definitely brought it all the way there.
Do we have time for some quick donations?
Yes, please. Just because there are no incentives doesn't mean y'all have to stop donating.
Absolutely. And speaking of donating, we've got Roy Boy, $10, saying, big fan of Helix and always glad to see them run the funny monkey game. Thanks for raising money for such a good cause. And we've also got a $5 donation from Science Seahorse. Fantastic username. No comment, but again, thank you so much. Your donations are going to a fantastic cause.
Yeah, I said earlier during the last run that this is a cause that is very close to my heart, you know, as a non-binary person. So, really happy to help support it. Thank you all so much for donating, whether you put it toward this incentive or not. Really does mean a lot. Also, the strat's really cool, and ooh, I got a weird angle off that I didn't like. I should have just retried immediately, but I'm still kind of in challenge mode brain, where sometimes I forget I can retry. It hasn't really been an issue because I haven't been dying lately.
You got this gray button in the center of your screen. It's real cool. You should try it sometime.
The center of my screen? I hope it's not the center of my screen.
I can say words.
Don't worry about it. I was gonna add on to what you were saying that I'm really glad to be able to contribute and help with this, you know, in whatever way I can, both to be a commentator and to provide content for people to play and watch. Because this is an issue, you know, these are issues that are extremely close to me. Being both trans myself and also like a lot of the closest people to me in my whole life, my best friends are some flavor of LGBTQ, and a lot of them are trans. I'm happy to be able to be here and help, do whatever I can.
I'm not nearly as good at verbalizing it, so I'm glad you said it, because that's exactly how I feel too.
Wow, that ring bump strat absolutely terrifies me.
Yeah, I just kind of throw myself at that stage, and it usually works, and that one especially was really clean.
I was like, I saw you get that third bump, and I was like, that must have been nearly like, that was as perfect as you can get it.
It has no right looking anywhere near that clean. That stage never looks that good.
No, it never does. It really wanted to show off for a marathon, huh? Another load up here. Gonna go for Skill of Screen Gold because it's fun. This is actually my first time running my hack, or running this hack. It's not my hack, but this is my first time running this hack in a marathon.
You're making it your hack.
Helix is stealing the hack.
Oh no.
Don't let him get away.
Right in front of her, too. I'm gonna have to improv.
I was gonna say, there was an awesome Easter egg on 6.8, or I guess 6.10, because you were doing load manip, right?
Yes.
On lifts, there's an awesome Easter egg where there's a part of this background skybox you can visit and find a little image that I placed for fun. A lot of people don't know about that.
If you play this hack yourself, which you should if you have not played it, especially if you enjoy Monkey Ball, maybe go look for that yourself.
Yeah, it's important to emphasize that if you have the idea in your head that, like, I'm not gonna play any Monkey Ball ROM hacks, the base game's already too hard, and I'm sure the ROM hacks are just even crazier, that is not exactly correct. There are very hard ROM hacks for this game, but I think that especially Monkey Ball 2 is very approachable for somebody who is an average Monkey Ball player. If you've played the game before, I think you'll be able to have fun with, the beginner and the advanced difficulties and most of story mode.
I would agree.
I think the ROM hacks are by and large quite approachable, at least, the beginning levels. Maybe the super late game levels, you're not gonna have a great time on some of these hacks, but I mean, you don't have to beat all of them.
Exactly.
I never beat Super Monkey Ball Gaiden. Did not have the patience.
It's pretty hard. Yeah, definitely, if these look interesting to you at all, jump in, try them out. You don't have to beat them. And even if you don't end up liking them, that's okay. But I think if you enjoy Monkey Ball, then you will enjoy some of these hacks. We had a whole conversation earlier about how far the hacking community has come too, so there's a lot of quality stuff out there.
This world right here actually is, for those who don't know, this hack isn't just called Monkey Ball 2 because it's made on Super Monkey Ball 2. It's because I actually made a large ROM hack before this one that was just called Monkey Ball. And it only had story mode. This one has story mode and challenge mode. And it was like mostly the same worlds as well. And I think this world background is the one that received the biggest glow up between the two versions of the hack.
You get to see a lot of it now too.
This world looked so crappy in Monkey Ball 1, and in this one it looks like amazing. I'm so happy with how it came out.
This shenanigans on Velocity.
It went from sort of washed out feeling to like a very these nice blue hues in the background. It's just so nice.
I do enjoy it quite a bit.
This is probably my favorite Monkey Ball 2 background.
Understandable, honestly.
It's up there with World 10, Desolation.
They put stairs. You put stairs in my ball game.
I put stairs in your ball game.
How could she do this?
It didn't look like you were having a whole lot of trouble climbing them, so I'm just saying what you're complaining about.
Stairs on principle, not in ball game.
Crybaby.
God, I will.
Fine. Yeah.
I shed a single tear every night for every stair that is inserted into Monkey Ball.
Well, you better get ready to cry some more, because of this conversation, I'm gonna add a stairs level to rolled out.
No. I I regret my entire existence.
Oh no.
I'd like to apologize to everyone. I don't know how I drove her to this point. I apparently don't understand that my actions have consequences, and I need one of those hooked poles to just drag me off the stage.
Oh no. Okay. World 8 is where this really starts getting difficult for me. Pretty difficult strats, some difficult levels. But shouldn't be too much of a problem. This one I absolutely love. This one looks really clean if I do it right. Go neutral right about here. Adjust. Beautiful.
You should see what I have planned for that stage. I have something really interesting planned for it when it returns and rolled out. Referring to Menger specifically, to be clear.
Yeah, there's some... Oh, yeah, go for it.
Oh, just saying, as an interjection, I'm loving to see all of the people in chat who are very loudly complaining that there's going to be new stairs in Rolled Out.
It's okay, it'll just be one level, don't worry.
I'm worried anyway.
We actually already do have one level where you're going... We already do have a level where you're going downstairs.
Down is okay.
That is acceptable.
Peter talked about that during the last run. Down is okay. Speaking of down, I have to look minutes down after this level. Hey.
Memorization of strats.
Oh, what the? This is another one of those that just throws me around. I think I'm boosting too early.
You're not dead. Wouldn't it just be faster to go?
Maybe. Okay. The thing is that I'm not good at this level. Okay, maybe I am.
Gotta have faith in your ability.
I wanted to show off the strat too, you know how it is. The stage really fast, and the stage.
That strat is so cool.
Yes. I'm glad you think so.
That blows my freaking mind.
Oh, what's happening?
What is this?
Well, not what I intended to do, at least not the ending. Oh, not that either. Okay, so that sequence of failure, no.
Just like waving my hands in front of your face like, hello, are you there?
That sequence of failure happened in my PvE too, exactly that way. Look, I just had a whole ultimate run before this. It's no excuse.
Gameplay fatigue? No, not allowed. So we've reached World 9, and every stage in World 9, to my knowledge, is based off of an existing Monkey Ball stage that she decided just had to be harder.
Yeah, that's correct.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I love you.
Spiral, we have single spiral. Oh, there's only one to stand on.
And it goes faster. Fun fact about single spiral, and this is because I didn't do nearly as much playtesting on this hack as I should have. Green goal is easier casually than the blue goal.
Oh, that's funny.
Interesting.
because of the way that the surface curves, on the green goal side, you're actually pulled towards the center of the platform, whereas on the blue goal part, it's easier to slide off either side.
Interesting. So this is Footworms, which we were talking about earlier. It's a really cool stage concept, and it would be a really wonderful stage if the existing buttons in Monkey Ball 2 weren't
so cool.
The worst creation ever.
They're so bad.
You maybe saw a little bit of it in the last round. It didn't really destroy me too badly, but sometimes you can roll over a button and it just won't press.
I was gonna say, someone in chat was talking about how there are some Monkey Ball hackers who are like working together to make an updated version of this hack. And if there's one thing I hope y'all do is fix the frickin' buttons on Footworms.
Please. Why can't I do this strat?
It's Hyper Sucker.
There we go.
Hyper Sucker is the one who's making that other really awesome looking hack.
Yep, that is correct. I am upset.
I was about to say something.
Yeah, no.
I'll message it to you after.
Okay. Am I being silly? I'm probably being silly. That's okay though. You gotta have a little bit of silliness in your speedrun. I was probably... Is it me retrying when I'm up? dead again? That happens sometimes.
No. It's just I just had an instant ridiculous joke about the way you died.
Oh, fair. I am going for a neat little cycle here that requires me to do this awkward skip on erratic maze. There we go. Second try for that is not bad.
Cool. Something fun about I can actually explain a little bit some of these levels. This one in particular, normally the original level is dynamic maze, and you're on a floor underneath all of these walls that you have to navigate around. And so I made it so that instead of navigating around the walls, you navigate on the walls.
Yep. I actually had to switch to Monkey Ball 2 camera for it, because when you use Monkey Ball 1 camera and you're on the wall while it's going, you really can't see anything.
Oh.
So.
Which is also true on the next stage, but that doesn't stop Helix from doing the most absurd things you will ever see trying to use Monkey Ball 1 cam on that level.
Not gonna stop me from failing the leaded pipe strat over and over. I should practice this more. That's okay.
It's one of the most deceptively difficult strats in the whole run.
It's... Oh, that's interesting. Okay, haven't died in that way yet.
So, like, you have to get this really interesting angle at the beginning where you can get just enough height on that last... Because on this last part of the half pipe that they're aiming for,
okay,
you can't go too far to the right because you don't get a bounce, and you can't go too far to the left because then you don't get a bounce.
Fine, I'll play the level. You guys get the idea. the problem is that I don't know if I'm good at this level. I don't know if I can first try it. I can't. Here, you know what? We will alternate.
We'll get through this together.
I think we're fine on estimate. I'm not too worried. Plus, this is the last run of the marathon. What I'm doing again is giving you all more time to donate.
Yes. We're out here throwing for content.
This level does this to me sometimes. It hasn't recently, which is why I thought I was fine. That's okay. That's just me being extremely greedy and not slowing down enough.
I feel like it's because you're hitting that first ramp at like too head-on of an angle.
Maybe. Oh, this looks good. Finally. Okay, that took a lot longer than it had.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Also, people are saying trans pride flag colors, which again, that was not my original intent, but now I see it and I'm like, pog!
Subliminal messaging. It was there all along.
Yeah. So I'm doing this with SMB1 cam. Here's what it looks like with SMB2 cam. It's a little bit easier to see, but I don't know. I'm more comfortable with SMB1 cam. I don't know.
It's so funny. It's like there are so many levels that it would just be objectively easier and smarter to use the SMB2 cam, and I just don't, because I don't care. I'm good enough at the game that I can do the level anyways.
Yep. Me.
And that was me. That was actually me like recording all of the original gameplay footage for when I released the hack. I did it all in the SMB1 cam, including the levels where a platform moves like up into the fall,
no.
which 100% of the time puts your camera underground when you roll forward.
That's like the one time I switch it. Unless it's like a setup. Or
like even whatever I called the level, I think I called it Focus. The level in Master where you have to like drop down, straight down onto increasingly smaller platforms, I used the SMB1 cam.
Wait, with SMB1 cam? Are you kidding me?
Because I used the minimap for fall strats, so it didn't matter.
Okay.
Fair enough. I forget the minimap exists. I didn't use it last run. I probably used it on Jump Machine actually. I don't use it.
Mid-map.
We are into World 10 now, which has, the hardest levels in the run. That's how World 10 be.
This is my favorite world in the hack, in both Monkey Ball 1 and 2. It has my favorite levels, my favorite aesthetic, and my favorite music.
I used to hate it because it was difficult and I was bad at it, and now I'm good at it and I actually love it. It is so fun to be good at.
Patience is probably my least favorite level that I've made for like a hard purpose, because so much of it, there's just like this huge section of waiting with these platforms in the middle that you kind of can't skip with any strategy, and you just do the same thing over and over and over.
It's just forcing you to be patient with the theme.
I know, I don't love it, you know? A lot of my levels I love. I don't love that one.
We got time for some quick donations?
Yeah.
Alrighty. We've got a $50 donation from Dwagio. Thanks for the leaded pipe time. So glad to see this hack at a marathon.
You're welcome.
And then we've got $20 from Absolutely Trusty 32. No comment, but again, thank you so much.
Oh no, run. That was gonna happen to me at some point.
Owned.
Yeah, it's your fault. Oh, on the other side. I usually first try this. You don't have to believe me.
Okay, I won't.
You can't check my.
One that will totally get you in high pressure situations, because
You can't check my PB though.
you have to get the timing for it very, very precise, and anything that's super timing based becomes very difficult to do under pressure because you always want to do it.
Dang, you ain't pausing for this?
No.
No
I
way.
None of us noted that pause strats don't really work in this hack because the timer keeps running when you're paused. Actually.
Yes, it makes them difficult, not impossible.
Yes, they do. They do work, but there are other cues we can use.
There is precisely one stage in this run where there is a pause strat that did not get used in this run.
I'm like amazed at what you did on brackets because a lot of people have said that it's low-key the hardest stage in the pack.
That's why I'm not playing it casually. That's why I just do the skip. I think the skip is easier for me.
They also learned that skip in the span of like 2 days or something, which is absurd.
I win this whole hack and got like a 30 in like a week.
Also, fun fact: this level here is returning and rolled out, but this skip won't be possible anymore.
Oh.
Aww, you mean we're actually gonna have to play
Yeah, you
execution?
have to play the level. I'm sorry.
You know what? I'm not even mad at you for that. That's fair.
Imagine having to play the video game. I buy video games to not have to play them. And I
mean,
feel attacked by this.
I mean, that is what most people do with Steam. By the way, time is not this level, but the next level when I hit the goal tape. So,
Rolled out, coming to a Steam store near you.
this one.
Time for culmination! Yay! I love this level. I'm even to this day, I think this is one of my best hard levels that I've created.
It is fantastic. The process that has gone through all of World 10, like hating a lot of the levels and then coming back to loving them, like culmination is definitely.
Yes, I did. I did switch to SB2 cam.
One
Yeah.
trick.
Switch to SB2 cam for like the jump and then switch back to SMB1. I'm gonna switch to
I do that too.
SMB2
I do that too.
Sick. Yeah, I'm really glad I'm like good at both games now because I can switch between the two cameras at a moment's notice.
And like the fact that you can switch between them at a moment's notice is like
Also, time. It's like a 31-34. That's pretty good.
a pretty dang good run.
Well, and that is finally, unfortunately, the end of the marathon. All good things must come to an end. Once again, extremely happy to support this cause. Show it again, you know, the whole Monkey Ball community, the hacking community, and the speedrunning community. If you want to learn to run Monkey Ball, I said this last round, I'll say it again. No, talk to me, talk to almost anybody involved in the community, really. Even if we can't help you with a specific game you want to learn, we can point you in the correct direction. Shout out to Esoterics, of course. Where can the people find you, Eso?
Well, you can find me occasionally on twitch.tv/esoterics with 2 underscores.
And Twilight?
You can find me at twitter.com/bytesdev.
Alright, and of course I am at Twitter and Twitch/Helix13_. Say this every time, don't forget the underscore because Helix13 is somebody else.
Symbol, not the
Yes,
word.
symbol. Helix13_, the symbol. Rolled out as well. at rolled out. No. Yes. On Twitter.
Just
rolled out.
rolledoutgame.com.
Rolled out. Yeah. There you go. Do that. Thank you.
Rolledoutgame.com. I'm making a video game. It's a marble roller. It has cool levels made by me mostly, but we're also gonna have a lot of awesome, amazing levels from other very talented level designers in the Super Monkey Ball custom level community, including the famed, fabled Cutsman and Pseudonymous and Bomb Squad. I'm very excited about that.
Scrap 651. Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see.
Alright, okay, I mean, fair enough. I had another thing I was gonna say, and I don't remember what it was. Midwest Speed Fest, there we go, shout out to Midwest Speed Fest. That is the marathon group I normally run with. Always happy to hop around to help others out, though. Yeah, Esoterics and I are beta testing Rolled Out, by the way, and we can tell you from experience that it's going to be very good. When this game comes out, you want to be on top of it, I promise you.
Absolutely true.
I think I'm finally good to shut up now, I think. I saw my community out here in full force, and I really, really appreciate all of you. Even if you're not from my community, whether you donated, watched, whatever you did to support this event, I really appreciate it. I know they do too. I know everybody over at the Trevor Project appreciates it. I'm finally going to stop rambling.